So if you're looking around kind of thinking, well, what's going on in America these days? It's not looking good out there. And the reason is what we just saw was people that wanted communism wanted it more than the people that wanted freedom wanted their constitutional republic. And so communism won because communists wanted it more. You know, look at all the institutions even, forget the people. All of these institutions, the lower courts, the legislatures, the governors, the Supreme Court, the vice president, every institution that is supposed to stand in the way of this sort of thing happening, just said, well, no, not me, not my job. I don't want to take any political risk. I don't want any negative stories written about me in the newspaper. The events we saw on the night of November 3rd were unprecedented, but I can't do anything that would be slightly out of step with procedural grounds, even to protect my own country. There might be a scintilla of impropriety. And so because the communists wanted it more, the communists are the ones that won. And so the nature of what's going on has changed dramatically here. It's no longer about warning people. You know, I've been trying to warn people, and this is a small channel. There's others that have been warning people for 10 years or more. But you got to look at the fact that there were communists, and they were so dedicated to the cause. You look at like an English 101 teacher at a community college. They're willing to work 30, 40 years just to slowly subvert the minds of the young. That's the level of dedication they had. And, you know, with the people with freedom just got fat, dumb, and happy and lazy. You know, freedom is not free. And once you vote it away, you don't get to vote it back. So because we're going into a dark time, and we can all see it with the censorship, it's going to change the nature of how we talk and communicate. And, you know, I'm a fan of Owen Benjamin, and he had a great idea the other day. He started reading a bunch of jokes that were from communist Russia and about Russian life under Russian communism and all that, because, well, we've got to keep our spirits up, and there's truth in jokes, right? That's the thing with jokes. Too real, ha ha ha. Like, if you watch these late night comedians and you take off the laugh track that tells you when you're supposed to be laughing and just listen to what they're saying, none of those jokes are even funny. They aren't funny people. They're gross, they're crude, and they're propped up. And you notice the comedians aren't rebellious anymore. They don't criticize the system. They are the system. Just like LARP against the machine just goes out there and LARPs for a bigger machine. So without further ado, I'm going to give us some of the dark humor brought to you by oppression, because, you know, like Owen says, maybe some people need to experience some oppression. And it's like I've had people comment on my videos. I think we're to the point people just have to lose their freedom. Like, we have to go through this. We have to experience it because nobody appreciates it. We've got the attitude of Homer Simpson. Can't somebody else do it? Well, we're about to find out really fast how that works out. So here we go. Here are some of the best jokes I could find read in my corny Russian accent. We should have known about the failure of communism. In retrospect, there were a lot of red flags. What do pencils and communism have in common? They both only work on paper. A joke about communism isn't funny unless everyone gets it. How funny are jokes about communism? Equally as funny as any other joke. Why is communism the best? Because when you replace I with we, even illness becomes wellness. I know a joke about food during communism, but I think no one will get it. I will admit communism isn't all bad. It sure as hell would fix America's obesity problem. What did the Czechs use to heat their home before communism? Electricity. 5 people that think communism is good walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve alcohol to people under 18. Communism never killed anyone. They died due to starvation." Yakov Smirnov says, "America, what a country. In America, everyone is looking for a party. In Russia, party is looking for you." Russian Express, don't leave home. In Russia, if you say, "Take my wife, please," you get home and she's gone. Socialism and communism are the only path to evolution, and capitalism is the root of all evil. Sent from my iPhone 10. Capitalism has many problems, but communism only has 3: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do Jesus Christ and communism have in common? They both feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. How do all communist jokes start? With a glance over one shoulder. A commissar asks his driver, "Tell me, comrade, since the revolution, has your life gotten better?" Drivers say, "Oh, worse." Commissar asks, "How could that be?" The driver responds, "Before the revolution, I had 2 suits. Now I have only one." Commissar says, "What are you complaining for? In Africa, people walk around naked." The driver responds, "Really? When was their revolution?" An old man in the USSR lines up for hours to buy meat, only to find out there's none left. He flies into rage, screaming about how horrible and stupid communism is. A KGB agent walks up to him and tells him to calm down, adding, "Don't forget what happened to people like you back in the old days," and making a gun shape with his hand. The old man goes back to his apartment empty-handed. His wife says, "They're out of meat?" He replies, "It's worse than you think. They're out of bullets." A farm worker greets Joseph Stalin at potato farm. "Comrade Stalin, we have so many potatoes that, piled one on top of the other, they would reach all the way to God." Stalin replies, "But God does not exist." "Exactly," says the farmer. "Neither do the potatoes." After years of saving up, Soviet man finally has enough to buy car. He goes to appropriate ministry and informs them he would like to purchase a vehicle. "There are currently shortages. It will be 3 years before your car is available." The minister informs the man, "We will have it sent to your house when it is ready." 3 years, he responds. "What month?" "August," says the minister. "August? What day in August?" asks the man. "The 2nd day of August," says the minister. "Morning or afternoon?" asks the man. "Why do you need to know?" asks the minister, getting exasperated. "The plumber is coming in the morning," the man responds. What were the last words of the communist poet who committed suicide? "Don't shoot, comrades." What is the difference between constitutions of USA and USSR? Both guarantee freedom of speech. But Constitution of USA also guarantees freedom after speech. So there you have it, a glimpse into our future. And if you don't think they're funny now, well, wait a couple of years and they're about to start making a whole lot more sense.